Hey, what's up YouTube? This is JableCG, and this is going to be a deck profile on Infernity. First up, what you should know is this is my first video, if none of you could notice. But it probably won't be able to tell, because I'm going to upload 3 videos today. But just an introduction to myself. Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been playing since started deck Yu-Gi when I was actually 6, so that was a good 10 years ago now. A long time. But I've been playing for a hell of a long time. I've grown to love this game, and I thought I would give something back to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. God, I sound like some kind of missionary or some bullshit like that. Anyway, about my channel, I'm going to be uploading every Monday. Just keep this camera straight. My tripod's broken, so I'll get back to fixing that, but or getting a new one. But before then, yeah, so I'm going to be uploading a deck profile every Monday. I'm going to be uploading random vids on Wednesdays, and I'll upload a how to kind of play or something like that on Fridays. I'll be starting off with Infernity. If you want me to do how to play on any of the decks that I upload, I can do that. And enjoy the video. I may also upload random battles between like Infernity or Gravekeepers or Insectors, a few of the decks that I'm playing at the moment. So, let me just get into the deck profile. It splits up into 10 monsters, it splits up into 12 spells, and 13 traps. So it's a very low monster build. Incredibly low monster build. A lot lower than a lot of Infernity plays, actually. So, yeah. Triple Archfiend. Archfiend is your main searcher. I'll be uploading also today a how to play Infernity, because I'll be uploading 3. It's a Friday, and also I'm going to upload a sample of everything that I'm going to be doing. Infernity Avenger, Dual Mirage, and Stygian. Stygian is the only non-Infernity I run. I run 9 Infernity, 1 non-Infernity. In Stygian, I just like... I tried running without it, but I just really like the fact that it's in your grave, you can remove it, get rid of clogged hands. It really does help. Foolish target. It's really useful. And yeah, that's as low as I could feel myself going with the monsters. Unless I probably cut a Necromancer, but it's quite a lot. On spells, this is a personal tech choice, and before you start like raiding at me like, oh, it's not mainstream, it's a tech choice. It might not work. I've been testing it out. It's worked rather well, but that could just be good luck. I tested Grapher out, and it didn't work well for me, and that could have just been bad luck. Same as Armageddon Knight. I actually like Armageddon Knight, I just cut it because I felt I could. And I wanted to cut the monster down, countdown. So reasoning, you declare your opponent declares a monster level, you mill until you mill a monster that can be normal summoned. For you, that's any card on the deck, but what it means by that is if you mill a level 7, you can still summon it. It's when a monster's like Dad says, oh, this card cannot be special summoned except by blah 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 blah. That's what it means. I've got rulings on that. That is the official rulings. So that basically just lets you get to a monster. You combine that with the ability of Infernity Archfiend. Infernity Archfiend specials, add 1. I'm not sure whether Infernity Archfiend would miss timing, because it says special summon the monster, also send the remaining cards to the grave. I'm not sure whether that would be the last thing to happen, causing Infernity Archfiend to miss timing. If so, it's kind of not as good, but it's still really good at getting your monsters out of the deck, and it's a spell card, so it can be activated immediately, unlike something like Infernity Inferno, which I do run. I prefer reasoning. 1 Allure, 1 for 1. 1 Infernity Launcher, double Pot Duality. This is your big search, draw engine kind of thing. Allure gets rid of excess darks in your hand, and everything is dark. Pot Duality gets you combo pieces faster, set up first turn. Late game, if you draw this after you've done your loop, it allows you to get into something that'll probably that'll finish your opponent off. 1 for 1, you run 3 level 1s. You always want your Mirages on field, no matter what. Just rearrange that light there. Infernity Launcher. If you don't know what the Infernity cards do, watch my video on how to play Infernities. That'll be uploaded today. So I'll put a link to it after I get everything sorted. So it'll probably be in a couple of hours. Book of Moon, Foolish Burial, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn. That's it for the spell card lineup. Staples, they really don't need any explanation. Dark Hole, even though you run a a deck that spams out monsters, you still want Dark Hole. It's a keep safe card. Same as Heavy. Even though you run a lot of back row, you still want it because it's a keep safe card. Book of Moon is probably one of my favourite spells. It really is good. I tech Trapstun as back row. My back row is a bit unusual. And then Foolish, you want things in your grave. Send a Stygian, send a Archfiend, send a it's called Avenger, and a Necromancer. So 10 monsters, 12 spells, and then 13 traps. Solemn Judgment, don't run Solemn Warning. I don't like the cost of Solemn Warning, whereas Solemn Judgment, it's okay, my opponent's going to completely turn this duel around, need a Solemn Judgment. Triple Barrier, I love Barrier, it's an amazing card. Being able to set up Triple Barrier, it's like triple Solemn Judgment on my back row, you might as well just quit. Dual Inferno, a lot of people don't like Inferno, I really like Inferno. Discard up to 2 cards and the same number of Infernity cards from your deck to grave. I love that. Being able to ditch excess monsters in your hand, send cards from your deck to the grave. It really sets yourself up. And late game, I can add this instead of an Infernity Barrier. If I've run out like breaks and barriers, just go Inferno. That means next turn, if I draw something I don't want, I can just go, okay, no. God says no. Infernity Break, that's it for the Infernity traps and the Solemn Judgment. Break is an amazing card. I'd probably run more if I found space. Now this is where everything's getting a bit... people won't like it. Triple Threatening Roar. I love Threatening Roar. Threatening Roar, a lot of people run Deep Raise, Mirror Force. I like Threatening Roar. The aim isn't to get rid of your opponent's monsters. Your opponent's monsters don't do squat. It doesn't matter to you whether your opponent has a million monsters or no monsters. You just spam out Synchros when you get the chance. Their field, bye. That's a simple explanation of the loop. And Threatening Roar just stalls for a turn. That's why I love it. Now, Trapstun. I love Trapstun. Amazing card. You activate this when your opponent goes Threatening Roar. And I go, no. At the beginning of your turn, if you got to make a play, you go, Trapstun first. Your opponent's like, oh, well, what do? All these compulsors on my back rows, all these deep plays, they now become useless. And you just play out as much as you want. If you activate this before they activate Warning, it's not like Warning's a speed spell 3. Because you couldn't chain this to a Warning, but if you activate beforehand, then Warning's negated anyway. Because this effect's already active. Triple Call. And also with Trapstun, another note to say is, yes, it's speed spell 3, but it can't stop speed spell 3s, but what counter traps do people run? Solemn Judgment and Solemn Warning. Warning's down to 1 as of a week today, and Judgment is 1 card. So that's 2 counter traps that you'll probably be encountering in every deck. Other than that, the rest is just normal traps most likely, unless they're running bribes. In which case, bribes would stop your bribes anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then Triple Call. Annoyingly, you have to use commons, not ultra. But Call, bring back, it's OP. You have no cards in hand, you have a set Call, bring back Archfiend, Archfiend go to Ultra. Even then, Call, bring back Necromancer if you have another 2 targets in the grave apart from Archfiend. Bring back Archfiend, go for Launcher, or, well, actually Mirage, because you're not normal summoned. It's normal summon Mirage, ditch, go through the loop. And then finally, ending the build would be 2 Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain is an amazing card. Yeah. I'm arguing between myself whether to go and run Breakthrough Skill instead. Breakthrough Skill is a new card in Cosmoblazer. It's basically a Veiler, but when it's in the grave you can use it again. So, and I'm all about cards that can get around your opponent's destruction, because there is a lot of back row destruction. So, onto the extra. The one thing I'm missing is Triple 100 Eyes. I've got 1. I've been playing this deck for a long time, but recently I got rid of the deck with barriers Well, they were secret because I didn't want to get fucked over by a reprint, which I heard was happening, and I was correct in hearing that. So I managed to get rid of my barriers while they were still worth around 30 quid, or pound, or like I don't know how much it was in dollars. That would probably equate to about $35. But yeah, so Mistworm, triple 100 eyes. 100 eyes is necessary at least 2. Stardust, Dark End, Stygian Street Patroller, Outrageous Cataster, and Armory Arm. That's it synchro-wise. I'm running a very low synchro count. This is because I'm preparing myself for Hidden Arsenal 7, which I believe is out sometime in the next few months. Possibly May? I'm not sure on that. Don't hold me accountable. But that's why. Dark End is instead of Infernity Doom Dragon. I do have an Infernity Doom Dragon, but I wanted to test Dark End. Thinking about it, I would probably take out Dark End for Infernity Doom Dragon. The reason Dark End is an amazing card, if you have the space, is it reads once per turn you can target one monster your opponent controls. This card loses 500 attack and defense and send that target to the graveyard. So, I'm assuming it's like LEDD, so you can only activate it 4 times, because its attack or defense would go down to 1. But the main point of this is it's Black Ship of Khorne. It doesn't destroy the card, it sends it to the grave. So you can, and it doesn't have a limit on the opponent's monster's attack. So all those massive god cards, I don't know whether any of the god cards actually say destroy, but or it might be target. But anyway, any massive card that says like Stardust, you can just go, well, I'm not destroying it, I'm just sending it to the grave. Yeah. So if you have the space, I would run that and Infernity Doom Dragon. Onto Xyz, Maystroke, Go-Go Cowboy, Levia the Sea Dragon, and Wind Up Zenmaines. The last 2 would be a Laval Chain and a Emerald, Diusto Emerald. Because being able to recycle monsters in your deck is pretty awesome. Like being able to reuse your 100 eyes. And Laval Chain, it's basically, okay, next turn I'm going to top deck an Archfiend. Good luck with that. Go-Go Cowboy, you can burn 800. It gets rid of monsters on your field. You have excess monsters on your field in this deck, so you want to get rid of them. Levia brings back your Mirages. Wind Up Zenmaines, Stall card, Maystroke, Stalls card. That's it for the main. I will briefly go into the side, but it's not really that necessary. Just side is always personal choice. Lila, Raikou, Charge. You want your monsters in the grave, so milling doesn't really hurt you too badly, even though you're running a lot of not too many monsters. But this is Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, get rid of, because Shadow Imprisoning Mirror is a pain. 1 Night Beam as a 4th MST. Night Beam and 3 MSTs. Again, you want to get rid of the Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, Macrocosmoses, D-Fissures. They hurt you far too much. So pretty much this entire, and a lot of this extra deck is just to get rid of cards that hurt you. Because once they hurt you, you can't do your loop, and once you can't do your loop, you kind of fucked. So just rearrange the camera to this angle. Double Soul Drain, Double Goes and Match, Imperial Iron Wall, and a Regeki Break. Regeki Break is instead of the second Imperial Iron Wall, because you've got all these to get rid of the Macrocosmoses. Regeki Break discards card, yeah. Goes and Match, everything's dark. Soul Drain, hit those mermails. Nothing of yours activates in the grave except Stygian. Mind Crush hits a hell of a lot of things. And yeah, discard 1 card. So, thought that was it. Yeah, that's it for the build. I'll be uploading a how to play of this, and I'll probably be uploading a card review today as well. So, see you all guys later. I'll probably upload again tomorrow, just to get content on my channel, and then I'll probably go back to regular uploads. I'll probably do a deck profile of friends, and then duel against it. So, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, sub, and tell me what you want to see on my channel. See you all later.